The next truck and trailer up on the table, guys, is one of my top picks. So when I walk around the show here at Cabin Fever, there's trucks that really catch my eye, and this truck right here caught my eye mainly because this trailer, it's got a beautiful grain trailer behind it, and I have Robert Denson here with me, and Rob's going to tell us all about this beautiful truck that he has. I don't think he placed it in the show before, but this may be his first time today. We'll find out. Robert, tell us about this really nice truck you have.
Well, first of all, I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to have my truck chosen as one of your top picks here. This truck basically started out as a king hauler from Tamiya. Basically everything that you see in it now as metal chrome, it started out as plastic chrome, completely customized. The frame was stretched on it. All metal hand-turned rims, aluminum rims that's on it. The tanks on it, same way. So I just kind of want to do a personal theme. My theme is geared toward the farm sector, and I thought it would be a great improvement to my setup if I had 379 Pete, and one of your favorites is the trailer that goes with it.
Yeah, the grain trailer.
I absolutely had to have a Tempe hopper bottom, so a good friend of mine, he basically built the bottom, the box for me, and I added all of the decoration to it to try to get it as close to authentic as possible.
Okay, we're going to touch on this trailer more because there's so much to talk about on that trailer. Let's go back to what you said, because guys are looking at this video and they want to build one of these custom trucks, right? But you told me this is a king hauler. Now, I would have thought this was a grand hauler from Tamiya.
Yeah.
Now, what part of this body here is actually king hauler anymore?
What's actually the king hauler, the king hauler and the grand hauler are similar in design, but this is an early model king hauler. It has a shorter hood assembly to it. It doesn't have the fenders on it that the king hauler has, and it doesn't have some of the decoration that the grand hauler has on it. So I've had this truck probably about 15 years now, and over the years it has just I've made various transformations to it to bring it in line with the 379 Pete.
All right, so let's talk about the sleeper cab here, because it looks like it's been modified a little bit. It doesn't look like some that came right off the king hauler.
Actually, the sleeper is off the king hauler, but what I did when I'm building a model, I try to build a model for ease of maintenance. So it's actually split in 3 different sections. I can actually lift the sleeper from the frame of the truck. I can do all of my maintenance, replace it to where everything looks like it just come back together.
Okay, and we know we got some added touches like the grille. The bumper, I believe, looks stock almost, right?
It's an additional stock bumper, additional bumper on it. That's a metal bumper, and the unique thing about that, I was able to wire lights in it, so my turn signals, when it is lit, you can see the turn signals out the left and the right side.
Okay, another added touch that I noticed is these caps on the tanks. Tell us about that, and let me zoom in on that for people. Hang on.
Sure.
All right, the tanks on this truck, they have like some kind of fabric on it. Looks really cool.
Yes, these are custom hand-designed and hand-stitched tank covers on there. I acquired those probably about 3 years ago at a show that we used to do in Indiana, and I think that this made it a real good decorative touch to the gas tanks.
Yeah, it does. It's a nice little extra on there that I haven't seen on the other trucks.
Yes, sir. Any little detail that kind of sets it apart from any other vehicle just kind of makes your model stand out a little bit more.
Let's get to this trailer here, and I'm going to zoom in on that.
Sure.
All right, now my favorite part of this video here is let's talk about this trailer. This has some kind of fabric going across the top. It looks just like a real grain trailer.
My attempt at building a Tempe hopper bottom trailer was to get it as authentic and as scale-like as possible. This unit started out as just a rectangular box, and I added all of the decorations to it. The siding is actually just rib clapboard siding. The fabric is hand-stitched fabric that a person made for me, and it's actually rollable.
Yeah, let's roll that up. It's got this arm that comes out the back here, and you can roll that right off the top so we can load it up, right?
And you can load it up, and the hopper gates, probably can't see it right inside, but the hopper gates, they will open. And normally when I'm at a show, I have it full of corn, and I'm just driving around, and it's loaded with corn.
And right along the bottom of this trailer here is where these gates that he's talking about. So this is a real working hopper trailer, right?
This is a real working hopper trailer. And one of the unique added features that I put on this, once you get a model done, you try to find that one unique item. It does have a lift axle. So if you can see, this axle in the front is actually raised off the ground. So that's the added touch that I added to this trailer.
Very nice. All right, I know it's got some lights. I know it's got some sound. So let me move the camera around and let's check that out next. All right, Rob's going to get this truck fired up for us, or at least the lights clicked on here. Go ahead. Let's see what it looks like.
All right.
Got a whole bunch of LED lights on the truck here. We got them going across the top here, the marker lights on the top, the headlights. What about turn signals and stuff like that? Rob, you got those? Oh, we got another added touch I didn't even see. And he's got the flip open hood here. I'm going to get in and show people what the motor looks like.
Sure.
All right, so that was a real surprise for me. I didn't even know it had the flip open hood. I didn't see you do that. Obviously servo operated, but tell us about the motor you have in there.
Yes, what I have, and to be in all transparency, I'm not a truck driver whatsoever. I kind of learned this as I was going, but I was informed on what type of motors normally would be in a 379, and that is a C15 Cat.
Okay.
I don't know the horsepower or anything of that nature, but I want to be as authentic and as correct as possible.
All right, so I'm going to give you my description of this motor, right? This is how Mark from the Ovalrc does it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cylinder.
6 cylinders.
All right, I know we got a 6 cylinder in there, but I don't know what else is in there. And I didn't know till recently that Pete has a different hood than the Kenworth, so
yes.
You obviously made different adjustments there too.
Yes, I did. I had a little bit of knowledge between the Pete and the Kenworth hoods. So when I designed this hood, I actually, the fenders that came with the kit, I had to cut those off, and the Kenworth lights are actually built into the fender, as well as the Pete's are on the side of the grill.
All right, so also I heard this truck, you have music in this truck, but I can't, obviously play the music
Right.
because of the copyright deal, but tell us about the music, how that works.
Well, when I installed this system, it has the potential that I can record 30 musical tracks on it, and I can play them either in sequence or play them in conjunction with the driving of the truck, i.e. jake brake, motor revving, air release, or I can just sit there and just hit a switch and just snort the truck the whole time.
And what system is that?
That's called the Ovalrc system, and it's out of Germany. It's a very, very multifunctional system that is easy to program and use.
So tell us, are you going to be entering in the truck show over here later on today? Is that something you're going to do?
I will probably just kind of drive around. I wasn't familiar with the truck show. I love to just get out and just kind of have fun, help others that get into the hobby. I'm not really a show participant type person.
And maybe we'll see you back here in 2026.
Hopefully so. I look forward to it.
Okay, Robert Denson, beautiful truck you have here. Thank you for coming on the channel. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
All right, thanks. All right, guys, one of my top picks here in this video is this truck right here, and guess what? It won first place in the competition for tractor trailer, and it deserved it. The paint job is amazing. Everything on this truck is amazing. I have Tony, the driver. Are you the owner, Tony?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay, Tony owns this truck, and I got to tell you guys, when I seen this thing go around the track out here at Cabin Fever, it amazed me. It amazed me. I stopped and said, oh my gosh, look at this truck. This is awesome. And I grabbed my friends along to take a look at it. Tony, tell us about this truck here. So what is it? Tell us some of the highlights before we do some close-ups.
My buddy Ben Bellini actually built it for me back in 2009 when we became friends. Or prior to that, I said, let's get into doing the RC trucks. So basically, this is a stock Tamiya king hauler. The bunks are 2 bunks put together. We added some styrene to make it a little raised. It's a stock king hauler cab. Chassis has been stretched. Nothing on here is 3D printed. It's all handmade. There's a flip-up bumper in the front of the truck. It's the first that's ever put on a truck in the hobby. There's 357 lights on it. The belly boxes on the bottom actually do function. There's a toggle switch in one belly box to turn the lights on, and the battery's in the other. And there's also a switch on the fifth wheel. When you disconnect the trailer, the lights will cut out on the truck, and then when you hook the fifth wheel back up, the lights will automatically come back on. And then our battery's hidden behind the headache rack, which folds down like this, and you can access it this way. You don't have to take a cab off and worry about scratching your paint job.
All right, so a lot of hope for these guys out here building trucks, because people jump on the channel, they see this video, and they're like, that's it, I'm building a truck, I can't take it no more. And that's what I've heard from a lot of people here today. So guys that are building this truck, they can start out with a king hauler, kind of.
Yep.
That's a double king hauler cab and front part of the truck, right?
Right.
but the rest, let's face it, this is a super customized
It's
truck.
all
Right?
custom.
All right, let's dig into the custom part. I'll change the camera angle a little
Sure.
bit, and we'll dig into
You
it.
got it.
So we're looking at the front of the truck right now, so guys can see that. You know, we have a custom grill up front. We got the Peterbilt grill up front, but this is not a Peterbilt style truck.
No, it's not. Like I said, back in 2009, when the hobby was just starting to come up, there wasn't many people that knew how to shape the truck to look like that Peterbilt hood or Kenworth hood like they do now, where you have it 3D printed. So, you know, it was a bit of a challenge, but we were able to pull it off.
So it looks super good, but it's actually a simple build.
Yeah, it's well, it's as simple as you want to make it. But yeah, you know, the paint job itself was relatively difficult to do, and it's molded after the Project One truck. The guys out in Texas built that truck, and when I saw that, I said we have to try to do that paint scheme with this. But you know,
all right, let's take a look at this battery compartment here. All right, guys, so Tony's going to flip open the back here, and you can see where they put the battery in the back, which is pretty cool.
and then also this toolbox here opens, and the MFU is in here, which controls putting on all the lights and turning the truck and stuff on itself.
What sound system are you running in this truck?
Not 100% sure, because again, we built the truck in 2009, and I can't keep track of what's in every one of our trucks, so I forget.
Let's take a look at the trailer, because that is something that makes this truck look really good. All right, now we got the camera on the trailer for everybody to see. We got a lot of lights on this trailer. This looks like a 53-footer, I guess, right? I'm not a truck guy, so I don't really know, but
It's a little bit shorter than that. It's probably more like a 45.
and we got a spread axle,
Yep.
beautiful paint job. Everything is really about, like, what makes you think this truck stands out? The paint job?
It's a combination of the paint job, the lights, the customization that's on the trailer itself. The fenders that are on this trailer, they run from one side of the trailer to the other. It's a single piece, and that was custom built by my buddy Ben. The toolboxes, you know, they do open on both sides, so you put the battery in for the trailer, like I said, in the toggle to turn the lights on, and the stainless. You don't see a lot of trailers customized with this stainless, because it's not cheap.
When it goes by, you can see yourself right in the side, right?
Yeah, you can. You can see yourself and anyone else. Yep.
All right, guys, another truck that caught my eye, and it happened to be one of Tony's trucks, too. This is a truck that looks like BJ McKay. I call it the better-looking BJ McKay truck. Tell us about this Cabover truck, because it is beautiful.
Again, my buddy Ben and I, we came up with this concept. I had purchased a cab already painted from another friend of ours out in Mississippi. And I said to Ben, we got to build this truck, but we have to do it our way. We can't do anything basic. And, you know, the rest was just history. We just ordered the frame rails, cut them down, got custom fuel tanks, the headache box on the back, 3D printed the bar across the headache box, and that's pretty much it, you know.
All right, guys, so that's my top picks here at the Cabin Fever show here 2025, and it was really hard because there's so many great trucks here. Really hard to even pick those out, but I did pick out one of the show winners, so I guess I got a pretty good eye. The owner, Tony, here, this truck here, I want to thank you for bringing your trucks out here. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Mark, for interviewing me.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Mark with the Ovalrc. We'll see you next time from Cabin Fever.